To engage the intimacy of distance, one must attend from within the agency of absence to sensual contact. A gentle beckon and softly blurred invitation to disappear. No words necessary as you drift along the gauzy lines of a nocturne, so soon to fade, so near to dreaming within worlds quietly lost. So much depends upon a red slide, hosting a long play's journey beyond the edges of night to the favored glee and dawning of innocence when dreaming. At night, the high rise with the lighted siege of multicolored eyes grows stumpy legs and projects out of the earth to wander freely without conviction or purpose. No one, not even the people living inside its boxy compartments, know that the building uproots itself to move beyond the norm and known. Its ambulatory nocturne remains a mystery, a secret. I wait all night on the other side of the darkly dreaming river to witness the high-rise get up and take off. I wait and wait under a moonless sky and consider the rare intimacies achieved by trust and longing, by distances savored in the company of solitude. At night's softest lyrical edge, dreams untethered come and go lightly. The cinema of our lives projected as a mutable course of flickering images, a tenure of opiate bewitchment, so soon fading. Train station at night, quiet keeps me company, first person dreaming. Rows of secret lives in the shadow of the moon, river flow, sinking. Fasting on solitude and wordless want, waiting for the next far thing to arrive, to see distances to an intimately engraved haunt. In dreams begin the cutting of our losses, only to see them return again in the meshes of nocturnal crossings. Outside the station, monotony finds solace in ritual want, mated to vagrancy and hours slow burned. There is a danger in wondering too much, in giving due notice to the low burning fire that nightly dreams of arson. An entire block or city or world eviscerated in a vengeful nod or blink. There is grave danger in thinking too much about all the thinking you've done, while waiting for the slow burn of dream distances to accompany your grief home. All these arrivals and departures gauged to give edges and form to the prevailing plot twists and turns of our lives. In self-made labyrinths we wander and lose ourselves repeatedly, if only to encode marked passages onto the tablature of time. It is in these moments when the pumpkin orange glow of the lantern softens the streets and the bicycles lined up in rows compose portraits of ordered symmetry that the night turns in on itself, and with it goes I, breathing in the ghost of life's passing to tenderest sublime. We practice intimacy in scales. From a near warm distance, a concentrated swath of light, calling us forth, entreats our internal orphan to find fugitive solace in the softly respiring aura of solitude. In the hospitable equation of a bicycle, lighted doors, and people we cannot see, a hypnagogic nocturne forms fluently of its own accord, begetting incalculable solitude and lure to the trespasses of dreaming. To see sharply with peak resolution limits both the capacity and company of vision. Imagination's most supple asset, its dreaming proof, dwells in soft focus on the solitary edge and cusp of vanishing. Within the grainy pitch of the lost highway, we, the tellers, traffic with liminal vim and want to engage the narcotic lure of stories found searching for a haunt to call their own. His native habitat was a window by moonlight. He would crouch there, gauzed in night mist, his fingers always poised upon his chin as if rigging speculation or some unresolved quandary, and he'd find me writing at the kitchen table when everyone else was asleep. In the beginning, I was frightened by his presence, but then she told me he had been visiting her family home since she was a child. He was simply a spectral extension of the house, and all he ever did was crouch outside the window and stare in. It was as if his entire existence was predicated on this singular activity, observation. I was no longer afraid of him. I understood him, empathized. One night I was compelled to put down my pen and go outside to approach him, cautiously with a sense of care. When I got to the garden, he was gone, if he had ever been there at all. I moved toward the window and peered in. I saw him sitting at the table, writing in a notebook. He was too absorbed in whatever he was scribbling to notice me. The privilege of absence kept me at the window for a long spell, a portrait of longing which I could only imagine. It happened gradually, then suddenly, starting with the last first step off cliff's edge, followed by the sinking of descent to an upward arc. This is what fools do, betting on themselves each and every time to beat the odds and defy the laws of gravity, while proving to fall is human, to err divine. Metaphors underscore every moment of passage. For example, we being guests upon this earth but briefly, solidly imagined as entities before dissolving into blurs en route to fading among the gusty corteges of mass transit. Through a gate darkly, semblance of lives burning time, Tokyo Nocturne.